86 years.
In the
86
back
years.
of my mind.
Jimmy McGill's decision to reject the Saul Goodman persona in Better Call Saul Season 6 is a powerful and deeply symbolic moment. It represents Jimmy's final attempt to come to terms with the consequences of his actions, reclaim his identity, and find redemption. But it begs the question, why did he do that in front of the court and chose to prosecute himself for 80 years? Let's go over the reasons. One of the driving forces behind Jimmy's transformation into Saul Goodman is his unresolved guilt over his brother Chuck's tragic downfall. Their complicated love-hate relationship has haunted Jimmy from the beginning. Chuck's death left him with a profound sense of responsibility, and he buried that pain by fully embracing the Saul persona, a character Chuck would have despised. Jimmy's final confession is an acknowledgement of his guilt and a symbolic attempt to honor Chuck's memory by shedding the dishonest, manipulative persona Chuck loathed.
I know you. I know what you were, what you are. People don't change.
He'll never change.
You're slipping, Jimmy.
So you were always like this.
He'll never change.
Oh, don't fucking old Jimmy Lee. You look down on me, you pity me.
You're not a real lawyer. You take these shortcuts and you think suddenly you're my peer. You do what I do because you're funny. You can make people laugh. I committed my life to this.
Jimmy's and Kim's scheme against Howard Hamlin in Season 6 unintentionally leads to Howard's violent death at the hands of Lalo Salamanca. Jimmy's actions directly contributed to this outcome, even if he never intended for Howard to be killed. When he admits to his part in the chain of events that led to Howard's death, Jimmy finally acknowledges that his schemes had tragic, unintended consequences. His rejection of Saul is a gesture of respect to Howard's memory, recognizing how much harm the Saul Goodman persona caused.
So tell me, why? Why go through this elaborate plot just to burn me to the ground?
Burn you to the ground. Howard, come on. You'll be fine. You always live in.
It's late, Howard. Do you want to tell us what this is about?
I get it. Of course, you both have to play it this way. You're both so very good at it. Even though I humiliated myself. And my clients and peers will whisper that Howard Hamlin's a drug addict. You're right. I've worked my way through worse. Debt. Depression. My marriage falling apart. Oh, yeah. Been sleeping in the guest house for the better part of a year. Just one more thing that old Howard has to work through. But yes, I will land on my feet. I will be okay.
Howard, you need to leave.
Who are you? Me? Nobody. I just need to talk to my lawyers. I think I'm in the middle of something. There's really no need for it.
Is one of Jimmy's only anchors to his better self. Her moral struggle in Season 6 and her ultimate decision to leave Jimmy deeply impact him. Kim's departure was a turning point, as it symbolized the loss of his last real connection to goodness. In his final decision to confess, he attempts to redeem himself in her eyes, even if they can never reunite. By rejecting Saul, Jimmy tries to reconcile with the person Kim believed he could be. Honest, accountable, and compassionate.
Hey, I'm a civilian. I'm not your lawyer anymore. I'm nobody's lawyer. The fun's over. From here on out, I'm Mr. Low Profile. Just another douchebag with a job and 3 pairs of Dockers. If I'm lucky, a month from now, best case scenario, I'm managing a Cinnabon in
As
Omaha.
Gene DeCavic in Omaha, Jimmy lives in a constant state of fear, evading his past by hiding his identity. Over time, it becomes clear that the toll of constantly running and concealing his true self is unsustainable. Jimmy realizes he can't keep living as different personas indefinitely. By rejecting Saul and accepting the consequences of his actions, He finally stops running from himself and from the harm he caused, freeing himself from the weight of deception.
Mr. Mayhew, nice of you to come down. Please. Oh, look at you. Should I call the FBI and tell them I found D.B. Cooper? Please. Come on. Come on!
Hey. Better call Saul.
I'm McGill.
See? Told you. It's Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul?
Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul.
And finally, Jimmy's journey from a struggling lawyer to a morally compromised con man, and finally back to a person seeking redemption, completes his character arc in a poetic way. His rejection of Saul Goodman is a conscious undoing of everything that Saul represents: manipulation, deceit, and the avoidance of accountability. This symbolic decision to return to Jimmy McGill represents a return to his core humanity and a rejection of the greed and corruption that the Saul persona embodied.